Hi everybody, this is Mr. Bobby's Models. Today I am going to be filming my opinions video for the Breyerfest 2020 exclusive models. I'm very excited. This is actually the second time I'm filming this because my preference order has drastically changed since I last filmed it. Let's just get right into it. I've got my laptop here for reference because I can't exactly remember all the details of the models off the top of my head. The first one is Newcastle RM. He's the celebration model this year. Really like him. He's really cute. I'm getting two this year because I have two tickets. One for me, one so my boyfriend can participate, but primarily it's so that I can buy two extra special runs. He is an eventer and I'm really pleased that Breyer picked an eventer for this year's celebration model. Eventing is one of my favourite disciplines. I do some one-day events with my horse and it's one of the most thrilling things to watch cross country, so very happy that they've picked an eventer. Yeah, this mould is a very nice mould. I had Mongamin a very long time ago. I must have sold him like 6 years ago now, but I did really like him. Kind of regret selling him, so it'll be nice to have another one on this mould again. Then the single day stablemates. Aaron is the little Croy. I'm so excited. He looks so cute. The Croy mould is one of my favourite traditional moulds of all time. It is so cute. Its face is just so sassy. Love it. So I'm very excited to see it in stablemate form in real life. I think it's going to look amazing. Then we have Oakley. He almost looks like a decorator. I think he's supposed to be a Palomino, but his like Palomino patches look so metallic and so like yellow that he looks like a golden white decorator. But he's nice. Then we have Jersey. Hard to tell from a tiny picture, but he or she looks very cute. And then Sky, again, I feel like the picture isn't really doing the model justice. I feel like she or he is going to be way cuter in real life. Then we have the early bird raffle model, Flynn. He's really cute. I like this mould. If you ignore its anatomy, it's pretty. It's not very anatomically correct. But oh well. Sadly, I just missed out on the early bird deal. I literally ordered my tickets like a couple of days after the offer ended, which is really annoying, but never mind. I've got tickets. I'm very lucky. Whoever wins him will probably like him. He's pretty cool. Order of the Thistle, the Saturday raffle model. Not my cup of tea. I'm not a huge fan of saddlebred molds in this pose. His colour is really cute though, and I do appreciate this mould's tail. It's crazy. So I think if you're into saddlebreds and stuff, you might like this guy, but personally, no. Fields of Heather is a model that I think is going to be absolutely gorgeous in real life. I feel like in the pictures it's hard to see all the dynamics and really appreciate the mould, but I feel like in hand this model is going to be beautiful. Sadly, I'm an international ticket holder, so I can't enter the raffles. Breyer have announced that international ticket holders can't get raffle models. So, oh well. I can't really afford to put much money into a raffle anyway, so. Now onto the special runs. First we have Epona, named after the goddess of horses. When I very first scrolled through the complete list of the special runs, she was like my top favourite. Loved her, was obsessed with her. And then the more I looked at the other models, the more I liked them. So she's kind of crept down my list a little bit, but she's still quite high on my list for my favourites this year. My only concern was that her muzzle is really yellow. It's not pink at all, it's very yellow, and it like matches her hoof. I have seen an in-hand photo of her at Breyerfest, and it didn't look like an issue in real life. So hopefully that's just Breyer's bad photography. My other concern with this mould is that it can sometimes be tippy. I've had a strapless model for maybe like 7-8 years now, and I don't ever recall her falling over. So I've been quite lucky with the mould. However, I do know that some of the straplesses fall over a lot. And have a lot of leg issues. So I'm hoping that's not a problem with her because she is absolutely gorgeous. Next up is Oak. I like this guy. Some people don't like the sort of mottling Appaloosa pattern on his neck, but I think it's cute. I like his paint job. His show side is really adorable, but his eye on his offside is so not right. It's so sunken in, like the whole eye socket is like so sunken into his face. It's just not, like, you wouldn't have a real horse like that. So I do really like this model. I do think he's cute, and if I did end up with him, I would like him. But Breyer needs to work on making anatomically correct models. Hamish is up next. I mean, he's really cute, but I don't tend to collect non-equine animals. I have one vintage Breyer mountain goat. Other than that, I only really collect horses. I've only ever bought the animals as a bit of a laugh. I don't think I would keep him if I got selected to purchase him. But if you're a farmer, then you might really enjoy him. Ash is a very pretty boy. I don't think the photos are very good examples of him though. I didn't even realise he was glossy from the initial photos. Again, I've seen an in-hand picture of him and he looked way better in the in-hand picture. So I think this is going to be one of the models that in real life everyone's going to be obsessed with, but for the moment people have mixed opinions of him. Le or Lou? Lou? So Lou or Le, I've been advised it's pronounced, is one of my favourites. When I very first looked at the special runs, I glanced straight past him, but then the more I looked at him, the more I was obsessed with him, and now he is in like my top 3. It's just the shading on his face and his tail. Like, look at that tail. It is so cute, and I love it against the bay, and I love how it gradually fades from a dark grey into the white. It makes me really happy. And when I was like 10, 11 years old, I was obsessed with this mould, and I never bought one in the mould. I've never had one. In the 10 years of collecting, I've never had a model on this mould. So it would be quite funny to end up with one for my first Breyerfest. Brigid or Breed and Beltane are the mare and foal this year. Again, somebody told me that the GH is silent, so it would be pronounced like breed or like breed or something like that. But I have also heard some Irish speaking people say Brigid, and the anglicised version of this name is Bridget, like Bridget Jones. So for the purposes of this video, I'm going to call her Brigid, but that might not be correct. It might actually be Breed. Anyways, these guys are incredible. Love them. Oh my gosh. I really love native ponies. My real life pony is a thoroughbred cross Welsh Section D pony. I ride Welsh ponies quite regularly. A lot of my friends have Welshies, so I ride a lot of Welsh C's and D's. So this set just has a soft spot in my heart. I don't think I could not get them. Really hope I get selected to purchase them. Fingers crossed. Thorn is not my cup of tea. The poor guy, I feel like he doesn't get enough love. If he were a regular run or like a Tractor Supply special run or something like that, I think people would give him slightly more attention. But because he's a Breyerfest special run and he's been up against some newer moulds, some really cute mare and foal sets, he just doesn't compare, sadly. And it's such a shame because I don't think this model would be a bad model. The photos do make him look really yellow. Again, Breyer, stop with the yellow. The poor guy just kind of looks like a burnt waffle. Seeing the standard of the other models, I'd be a little bit disappointed. Second to last we have Boodikka. She's the decorator for this year. She's slightly more realistic than the decorators we normally get. Normally they're like translucent or sparkly or some crazy colour. This time she's kind of a normal horse with a big blue stripe on her. I don't really like her. She's down near the bottom of my list. She kind of reminds me of some weird hybrid between Brave and Moana, the Disney films. Yeah, she's not on my list of models I would keep this year, sadly. Last but not least, we have the Slauncher Surprise. Obviously, we don't know what it is, but I will say that I will be getting one this year, definitely. I've always wanted to open a surprise model direct from Breyer, not knowing what it is. Yeah, this is my first Breyerfest and I've been collecting for 10 years. And every single year, I always say to myself that if I ever went to Breyerfest, I would get a surprise model. So 100% getting one. I find it really funny that Breyer have picked a name that everybody's gonna struggle to pronounce, but oh well. Store specials. I really like them this year. They're good. I think Breyer have put some effort into them. Benelli is the first one. I actually don't know how to say his name, so I'm sorry if the pronunciation is incorrect. When I did my pronunciation research, I couldn't find many references for how to say the word Benelli, so I'm really sorry if it's wrong. He is gorgeous. Love the grey, love the markings. Absolutely gorgeous and quite realistic. A lot of draft breeds get very interesting markings like this, and quite a lot of them have really wide blazes and bold faces and stuff like that. Not all of them. Some of them are actually exclusively solid colours, like Suffolk punches, for example, are pretty much, I think they have to be completely solid to be a registered Suffolk punch. But for Shires, Clydesdales, that kind of breed, it's very common for them to have markings like this. So I really like this guy. I also really like the silver and purple braids. I'm glad that they picked the braided one. Just makes it a little bit more interesting. Some of the special runs, while they are pretty, they have just kind of been like regular horses. So having a horse with the cool draft ribbons is very interesting. He is 100% mine. Like, I need him. I will try every single day to buy him if I have to, and I will get him on the secondhand market if he sells out. Yeah, he's pretty. I like him. So, Farabala, which again, the pronunciation is a little bit confusing about. Apparently there are different ways to say it and anglicised versions and all kinds. I'm just going to say Farabala for the moment, but I need to carry on researching how to say it properly. Cheesecake. He is pretty. I don't really like this mould. I never have done, and I don't think I ever will. His mane and tail and legs are just a little bit too chunky. I feel like his proportions are slightly off. There's something about his neck that upsets me a little bit. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the mould. The colour though is very interesting. Breyer don't normally do colours like this, so I think in real life he's going to look stunning. I appreciate the thought and the effort that Breyer have put into making this store special, so I can appreciate him, although I don't think I will be purchasing him. WH Top Gun, I believe he's a portrait model. He's my least favourite of the store specials this year. Benelli's definitely my favourite, Cheesecake's second place, and he's definitely third place. He reminds me far too much of the Best of British Connemara pony, the loose mane variation, so I just can't justify buying him because I already have that Connemara pony. I think if you're going to buy him for a conga or something though, he is pretty. Green Man is a pop-up tent special this year. He's not my favourite. I know some people are really obsessed with this mould. I think it's okay. His green pattern isn't particularly interesting to me either. He kind of looks like a bogey with fairies and flowers on him. I'm sorry. So I won't be purchasing him. Hello everybody, I just wanted to jump in here and say that Breyer have now released the plushie for this year. It is absolutely adorable. I will post a picture of it somewhere on the screen so that you can see. Really like it, will be getting it. I would like to purchase the plushie. I have Little Jack from Breyerfest 2012 and he needs a friend. So I think I'll buy the plushie this year if I can get hold of them. They don't typically make massive numbers of them. And that's it, really. Breyer have released some t-shirts as well. Overall, I think they're really cool. I'm not going to go over each t-shirt and tell you my opinion. So if you're wondering my order of preference, I'll do my top 5 is the Mare and Fall, Slauncher Surprise, Lou or Le, Epona, Oak. Since I have 2 special run tickets, I think I might try for 2 surprise models, 1 for each ticket. So I'm not going to get all of my top 5 this year, but that's absolutely fine by me. I don't have the money for that. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed. Please let me know your order of preference in the comments below. How many Breyerfest tickets do you have? Which models are you excited for? I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!